finished doing my route. I figure, man, we have a little talk. Call it Truck Talk 101. Because while I'm out here driving, man, my mind just be thinking about all different types of stuff, man. I be like, yo, I gotta start capturing these thoughts. Start putting them on videos. You know what I mean? I just be thinking like, if I would have started trucking earlier,
take exit 69 on the left.
if I would have started driving trucks when I was younger, man, I'd be a millionaire by now, yo. But you know that saying, you can't cry over spilled milk? You can't do that. You just gotta get that mop that milk up, and keep it pushing. Because truthfully, I'm not that old. Yeah, my camera all shaking crazy. I'm not that old. I'm only 36 years old. I'll be 37 in May. I'm not that old, but I definitely don't plan on driving no trucks 10 years from now. Maybe not even 5, who knows? But yeah, anybody who's thinking about getting a CDL, do not procrastinate with it, man.
The 2 left lanes, then take the exit to I-80
I first wanted to get my CDL in 2012 when I first came home from prison. But I was like, nah, man, because I had a son already. When I came home from prison, my son was 7 years old. Actually turning 7. I came home a day before his birthday. So I was like, you know what? I was locked up already for a long time, away from him. I can't jump on the road and be away from him for much longer. And this was 2012. I ended up pushing it back to 2022, 10 years later. So I just be thinking like, yo, imagine if I would have jumped into trucking 2012. Cause that mindset I had when I first came home from prison. Because when I was in prison, I was living off of $21 every 2 weeks. And I was able to make it work. So if I would have came home and jumped into a truck, oh man. When I first came home, my first job I got was only $8 an hour. I can't remember what the minimum wage back then, but I was working for this program that was hiring people that was fresh out of prison or either people that was gang related. A company called Greater Norton Service. And that was the first program that gave me my first job when I was fresh out of prison. And I was saving money then. Yeah, just like I said, man. Can't cry over spilled milk. Just gotta get that mop that thing up, and capitalize from where you at right now. So that's the goal. Capitalize from where I'm at right now. But like I said, if you're thinking about getting your CDL, don't procrastinate with it, man. I heard that it was easier to get it back in the day. About 10 years ago, it was much easier to get. But it's still not hard to get, man. If you really focus you can get your CDL
Maintain safe distance.
in 6 to 8 weeks. You can get your CDL in 6 to 8 weeks. And depending on your ambitions and dedication, you can be making 6 figures fresh out of school. And I am not lying. That's what I was making fresh out of school. It took me about 3 months to graduate though. That's because I wasn't doing CDL school full time. I was doing trucking part time. So I had to go to school, and I still had to work a job. But there was this kid in my class who graduated in 6 weeks. And truthfully, that's who motivated me to actually pass. Not just because he graduated in 6 weeks, but because when he graduated, I still didn't even know my pre-trip. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, yo, you graduated and I still don't even know my pre-trip? Now, I didn't really know him, but we started following each other on social media, and he seen what my lifestyle was like prior to going into CDL school. So for those who don't know, I was a personal trainer for the past 13 years, 12, 13 years. So my whole social media profile was just me training people, me working out, me doing what I do. And he came to me one time, right? After he graduated, he said, bruh, if you treat this school the same way you treat fitness, you're gonna graduate ASAP. That's how dedicated I was to working out. So when he said that to me, man, something clicked. Something really, really clicked in my mind. I said, yo, I already paid for school. I'm not about to let this go to waste. There was a lot of people in there that had grants, and they was able to go to school for free. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of those ones. I paid out of pocket. And I locked in. And it's crazy because the way that the mind works, the minute I locked in, my mind found ways for me to complete it. But before I locked in, right, I was procrastinating, I was bullshitting. I was thinking like, man, this shit hard, man. Like, trying to learn this pre-trip, this shit hard as hell. And I was coming up with excuses and finding more ways for why it was harder to complete. But as soon as I told myself, nah, man, it's time for me to complete this, I completed it. I started school in June, finished October. My goal was, yo, I gotta be out of this school before January, because it was hard for me to really make money because I was only working part-time because I had to go to school part-time. So going to school was getting in the way of me making more money. So the options was either you stop going to school and go back to what you used to do to make money, or you take this shit serious and get the fuck up out of school. Now option A, that wasn't really an option for me. But when you got bills coming in and you gotta get the fuck up out of school, you're like, man, this shit right here is, this school is in the way right now. Not thinking that I'm in the way. Me procrastinating, that's what's being in the way. So yeah, yo, I locked in. I deactivated my social media page,
4 left lanes.
and that's when I really went into a whole nother gear. My fault, man. My phone keep turning. Yeah, that's when I really went into a whole different gear. Next thing you know, a year and a half later, I got a year and a half experience, yo. So listen, right? If you ain't got no experience, you ain't really gonna get no bread unless you're doing touch-free job. I say that to say, stop procrastinating. Get in that school, get your license, jump on the road so you can start building experience. That's what it's about. It's about experience. The more experience you got, the more you start getting that money, yo. So yeah, I'm gonna check out on that note, man. Stop procrastinating, jump in school, complete that school, so you can start your experience and really start getting that money. I mean, you're gonna get that money regardless. But in order to really start seeing them big bucks, the experience got to be up, yo. So let's get it, y'all. Stop procrastinating.